So what are your plans? Where are you going with this Joy School? What's your 7-year plan? Do you have any big things coming up that we can be excited about?
That's such a juicy question. In Joy School, we call this reverse engineering. You do this with your people. Do you know reverse engineering? It's where you pick a date out in the future. And like in Circle, we all have to pretend that we're there already, whether it's next week, next month, 10 years, whatever it is. And everything has gone fantastically up till that point. And we pretend we haven't seen each other in that much time. And then we take turns really enthusiastically sharing all that's happened for us since then. It helps to, elevate your own vibe on what you want to create. And it helps the circle to hold that energetic vision for you. So it's a really cool exercise just to get into the feeling of, whatever that thing is that you're creating. So want me to do it reverse engineering style?
Yes.
Okay, let me get into character. Okay.
This is great.
So it's 7 years from now.
Yeah.
Hey, Sabrina, I'm running into you, girl. I haven't seen you in 7 years. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you what's been happening with Joy Schools. You're not going to believe it. Okay. So let's see, that must have been like 2021. Remember how Joy School was running those online circles? I think there was one in-person circle back then in 2021 that I was doing out on my back patio, but that was the only live event because COVID, remember? Yeah, crazy times. Luckily, with all that behind us, I was able to start doing my beloved live events again. So in addition to all my online circles, and all of the live ones and the online ones. In addition to that, Joy School has just like blossomed to beyond my wildest dreams. I have these small personal groups that I work with in person and online, and I'm having these super cool events. I have live retreats all the time. I'm bringing in these superstars like I used to do with the Joy parties, back in 2021. But I built up the roster to an even more impressive lineup of speakers and presenters. And we just all love swimming in that delicious energy of these love-based teachings so much together. My space for live events has expanded, and there's always this amazing thing right around the corner that I'm busy planning and promoting. I don't write at all anymore because that was an awesome chapter in my life, but I followed my joy into the next chapter. It is even more awesome. My tribe has multiplied exponentially. I've just found all these beautiful souls to create community with, and it's just awesome.
I'm so happy for you. Oh my gosh, so exciting.
Isn't that a good tool?
Yes.
We're just like a week out, like, what are we going to tell each other next week? And we'll like do a little few minutes of like what we're going to tell each other.
Oh, I love that. Did you feel that?
Yeah, I felt it. I was trying to come up with more things. And like, really, in 7 years, is that all I can come up with is like more and bigger of the same? But it really is, because I love what I got going on right now. Yeah. So more and bigger of the same is my vision right now.
That's the same here, girl. That's the same here. So we're at the part of the podcast now where I like to kind of shake off the professionalism and ask just a couple just regular everyday questions. I like to call it the lightning round 5. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. First question. Your go-to homemade dinner entree.
Anything prepared by my amazing husband. And he delights me day in and day out. And I never want to know. I like to be surprised because he knows just what I like, and anything that he makes. I'm just so happy I don't do it.
No kidding. How often does he do this?
Oh, every day. I mean, we eat every day. So he's our personal chef. It's one of his creative hobbies.
So cool. What's your favorite meal that he cooks? What's your favorite meal that he cooks?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he does this like Indian dish that I absolutely love. He does like this gorgeous thing with sea bass and asparagus. He likes ethnic cooking. We do some nice Latin kind of Mexican inspired meals. We try to keep it pretty, we're not vegetarians, but we're pretty lean, pretty good clean eaters for the most part.
Yeah.
Sometimes not.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. That's so cool. I was not expecting that. That is awesome. Your husband's a good-looking guy, but I wouldn't have like pinned him as being a master chef or anything.
He's a master chef, hobby master chef.
That's awesome. Wow, so cool. What was your favorite music or favorite artist in high school music?
In high school, we're talking
High
early
school.
80s. I was part of the new wave music scene. We were alternative. So it would have been like,
Alternative.
yeah, like Echo and the Bunnymen or Tears for Fears or English Beat or Elvis Costello, one of those new wave bands.
Very cool. None of which I have ever heard of.
That category, Flock of Seagulls, Adamant. Trying to think
But
of
what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-listen to this and I'm going to look some of those up because
look.
I bet I've heard them. I bet I've heard
yeah.
them, but just don't know. Yeah, who is actually.
You'll jump up if you play that.
That's awesome. If you had the choice on a Saturday, beach or pool?
Beach, duh. Unless it's my pool, I really do love the zen of my pool. I'm not very decisive, am I? I haven't given you like a good cut answer on a single one of your questions, I don't think. I love the beach, but I also love my pool. No one else's pool would make the cut, but I like the zen of what I have going on out there.
Very cool. What do you have going on?
It's we're at Joy School currently. When I have anything live, it's out there. So we have a big covered area, lots of fans because South Florida, wicked heat. So it's cool. We have mister system to keep it cool, and the Buddhas. And I'm a word nerd. I'm a logophile, as I said. So inside my house is called the Love Shack, and I've got the word love. One of my daughters counted up like 130 places in the house that we have the word love in some artistic way. And out on the patio is Joy School. So the word joy is all over, like big letters of joy and little flower pots of joy and signs of joy. So it's energy. Words create energy. So it's a very joy-filled vibration with the Buddha statue holding the word joy, and it's just cool.
Very cool. Sounds amazing. Yeah, I was going to invite myself, but I'm like, I'm just waiting till she says something.
Absolutely.
What is your favorite city to visit?
Any city where I'm with my favorite people. I'm a company person. It's about the company. I don't even know. I don't even know if I like cities. I guess I like cities, but I'm really about the company more than where I am. I'm just determined to cheat on every one of your questions, aren't I?
That's okay. A place you must go to before you die.
The joy-filled, happy weddings of both of my beautiful daughters and the birthday parties of my future someday grandkids.
Yes.
Places before I die.
Yes. I love that. Do you think your kids will stay in Florida?
I don't know. I think I'm going to end up following them if they don't, because I'm all about the grandma gig someday. I just see that as like, oh, that's going to be the ultimate gig. I don't know. I don't think they'd go too far. One of my daughters, the one who's up at UF Gainesville, loves the South Carolina area, the mountains. I could see her, possibly being there one day. The other daughter is still figuring out, doesn't know where she wants to be. So.
Yeah, my son, I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose him. He's not down with the heat here in Florida. So he has family on his dad's side out in Colorado, Washington, a couple like little states here and there. So I have a feeling he's going to end up, he loves skiing. So I tell him, I'm like, just make sure you get like a, decent place so I can come visit. Hang out.
Absolutely.
Don't be smashing yourself into a one bedroom. Grab a two bedroom. But yeah, he loves the cold. He's not down with this the heat down here.
And you think you'll always be here?
Me?
Yeah.
My fiance and I actually have plans to travel. We're doing our darndest to
You're a
build up.
travel girl with all the destination questions.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah. So it's probably on my mind. We're doing our best to build up sober society, and we do one-on-ones. So we actually go to their house. And so I'd like to get to the point where, we live smaller in maybe a couple places, but predominantly traveling and living minimalist with like a backpack and just kind of, traveling around and helping people get sober and find a new focus and a new way of doing life. So
what a meaningful life.
yeah, and being able to see places and discover places and new places. And my fiance is talking about getting an RV. So we'll see. 5-year plan.
Yeah, I like it.
Plan. So last question. I always like to end the podcast with words of advice from my guest speaker. So I have a question for you.
Okay.
I'm going to read it.
Okay.
What advice would you give a 20-year-old female out there that is struggling with her self-confidence and her self-worth right now?
Oh my gosh, a 20-year-old, that's such a good age. When I feel into her, she's just caught up in wanting to prove her worthiness to the world. She's unsure about the rightness of the choices she's made so far. She's stressing a little bit about the choices that still need to be made in her life. So what I want to say to her is, darling, you can't get it wrong. You're just pushing the pieces around a game board. That's all any of us are ever doing here. And it doesn't really matter which way we push them. Enjoy the game. None of it is nearly as important or serious as you think it is. It's just chutes and ladders. You're going to fall down some chutes. You're going to get to climb some ladders. And the trick is to just make the whole game fun, because it's not supposed to be as hard as we make it, and it doesn't have to be.
Exactly. Absolutely. I love that. Any other closing words? Hey, what's your website?
My name, lisamccourt.com, lisamccourt.com.
Sure.
And the link to register for the free joy party is there, June 7th, coming up around the corner. And that happens every first Monday of the month. And, you can read about circles, and love to have you at Joy School.
Yes, I love it. Thank you so much. And on that note, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining us here on Her Version. If you have an amazing story to share of struggle to triumph, make sure to reach out to me. And I have my website up at herversion.life. I am your host, Sabrina Victoria, and I'm so grateful to be here sharing a platform that allows people to share their truth and inspire others. Have an amazing day. Much love. Bye.
Love you, sweetheart.